Hello my little storm clouds, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today I'm going to show you how I created this pirate ship, and for this you will need Get Famous. There is other ways to do it without the Get Famous pack with base game with using half walls, but I'm showing you this way today. And don't forget you can use my code STORM at checkout. It does help me out a little bit as I do make a small commission every time somebody uses my code. It is not a discount code. You can use it on the EA app or on the Sims website, and thank you if you do decide to use my code. So to start this off, make sure you have bb.move objects turned on, and if you want the invisible foundation, you will need the show hidden objects and show live edit objects on, which also means you have to put on testing cheats true. I'll put all the stuff on screen so you can see it, but yeah, you do need those on to get the invisible foundation, but you don't have to do the invisible foundation. You can just use bb.move objects for being able to place things anyway. So I'm going to jump into it. We're going into the walls and empty room section, and in here I'm using the rounded room, and I'm doing this over the water at the deepest point, and I'm just putting one of these there, and then I'm grabbing another one. You can just copy this if you want and not put it there, put it in the right place next to it like this. So now you should have something that looks like this. I don't know what this glitch is, but it's fine. It'll most probably disappear. Now I'm using the room tool, and I'm drawing a 12 by whatever this is room. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can do this different sizes. I just think this size looks quite neat. I don't know if I moved there to make it a different size. I'm going to double check. I did it one too big, so go back in. Next up, I am creating a angled wall here, so I'm doing 2 and then another 2, and I'm doing a flat end. You can do it to a point if you want, but I just feel like with the positioning of the Get Famous thing that goes on top, I find it looks a little bit better. You can remove all of the inner walls because this section is fully functional once you put some ladders in going to this section, but I'm just going to leave them there because it's not necessary. I'm also doing this on short wall height. I just think it looks best because otherwise it is a little bit too tall, unless you are doing a bigger ship, which obviously you do on a bigger lot. Like I said, I'm just using Get Famous with this, so I'm just going to tag the Get Famous thing in here. It just makes things a lot easier when finding stuff, and going to show all. And I have my debug stuff on, so you'll see a lot more other things. But what we're looking for is all the stuff for the pirate ship. So we've got the ship mast. I'm just going to place these here for now, just because I've seen them. It's good to get them out, so I don't have to find them again later. We have the ship bow and the ship's stern. They're the main pieces. We also have some sidewall pieces. And where are they? Oh, there they are, the ship balustrade, and also I like to get the ship's wheel out, which this is unlocked with the acting career. You can just use cheats to unlock that. So I'm just going to place that down as well. So they're the main things that we will need. And the first thing I'm doing is going to just place the bow on the front. And you want to hang it over. I can't remember exactly where I place it. It's good to like place it and have a look. Maybe around here, because we're going to place some under here to sort of like make it look joined. It might be further back. I can tell when I put the balustrades in if I've put it in the right place. Then I'm going to grab the stern, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to place it here for now. And for the balustrades, what I do is you just placing them like this, and you want one gap, like a 1 grid square gap. So that means this either needs to go forward or this needs to go backwards because these are overlapping. I think this needs to go forwards because I don't want this sticking out here, so we're going to go a grid forward. Maybe this is a bit back as well. Honestly, you can do it however you want really, but you just want to make sure your stairs can go up to this area. There we go, that should be right. It's not hanging over too much there, but we've got more hang over this side. And we need 1 grid tile. This is where the stairs are going to go, or the ladders down. It depends on how you want it. Now we need to make this bit look more like a ship, so it's just picking a wood tone that you have that matches. Right, I'm going to go for this one. This one is from Horse Ranch. Like I said, if you don't have Horse Ranch, there is other wood tones you could go with. I really like this one from Horse Ranch because it looks all dirty, so it sort of matches it. Obviously it's not exactly the same. Right, now for the base, this is where having the bb.show hidden objects comes in handy when we go to the foundations. If you want to, you could have stilts, you could go for just a chunky wood, because if you think, technically ships do go quite far under the water, I just don't want it to go into the ground. So for me, I use this simple foundation, and it gives you this like invisible look, like the ship is floating on top. Like I said, I know technically it does go under the water, but it's the best we can do in The Sims. So I'm going to go with that. So another thing I like to do is add a really small fence around the edge. There is the smooth keeper fence. Sims can walk over the top of this, but I like to add this so I can add a freeze or a trim around the edge. But I'm going to go with the one from Get to Work. But like I said, there is a base game one that works. And I'm just going to pick a dark brown colour and go around the edge. Might actually be better to do this beforehand, but it's fine. And placing this back in place. There we go. Now we have a pirate ship. And by the way, Sims can get up here. They can walk up these stairs and get to this. So I'm just going to add the wheel so it is on there. And next thing I want to do is add the trim. So I'm using exterior trim, and I'm just going to try pick a wood tone that matches. And it just makes it look like this bit sits on there a little bit better. And you have to like hover over where the fence is. Again, just going to move it. You should do it the other way around. It will make your life easier before you place them on. It's not too difficult having to just draw it in. There we go. Now it's like sat on something a little bit better. And I want to put wood down on the floors. Again, just find something that sort of works with the shape. I like this one. This one's really, really nice. There is stuff in base game that will work. This sort of wood one looks good. That might actually look better. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one, the one from base game. That is really nice. And then we also have the ship mast, which I like to just place in the center here. Is that the center? I think that was at the center. And also what I like to do is grab another one, size it down, and raise this up. This is just going to make it look a little bit more, in my opinion, realistic, because I feel like the center one is always taller. So adding that second one that's a bit smaller up there. And I did do a version where you can actually get your sim to come up here, but it's a little bit more complicated, so I'm not going to do that. But if you want to find that, I do have my ship on the gallery. My gallery ID is StormDesign and then a Y and a T for YouTube. So we've got the basics. Now it's about adding little details. Like I said, I don't like how far this hangs out over here. It looks a bit strange. You want to sort of make it have an angle. So what I'm going to use is the wall sculptures, and you could use all sorts. I think the thing I like to use is from the Castle Estate kit, but you don't have to use that. You could use these little things, I forgot what they're called, that stick out the side of houses. These like sort of things, you could like size them up. This one might not work too great, but you get my drift. Stuff like this, like underneath, and you can raise it up, and it sort of helps with the shape a little bit. So yeah, I'm using the eavesdropping llama from the Castle Estate kit and sizing it up a couple of times and placing it under there. And it's like you've got this like double head thing going on. And you could also use shelves. One of the shelves I really like to use is the one from Crystal Creations. If I can find it. There it is. The Final Finale. And add in these as little details. Again, sort of like they're holding the ship bit up like this. And it's just adding little details and overlapping things. I think makes things look super cute. And also I like to put one of these at the back. Bring this one a little bit larger. Making sure it's center, because that is not center. Again, it's all just about adding little details. Then you could also add some like portholes. All you need is some round windows. So these ones from Cottage Living are great, but there is other round windows that you can use. And just place them across like that. You could do them even on the rounded bits. You could do different windows around the front. Something along those lines. Now you need your sim to be able to get up here. There's a few ways you can do this. There is a ladder that is found with Island Living where your sim can like go up from the water. They can swim to it and go up. But I like to create a little like a deck area. So I'm just going to create a little like deck down here, raise it up slightly and change this to stilts. And there is stilts in the base game. There's these ones here. So you can do this if you're on base game, don't worry. And I'm just going to use the same wood. And you can have this coming right up to the ship. You could have it further away and having little walkways. I like the little walkway idea, so I'm going to create a walkway coming up to the ship here. And then grabbing some stairs and placing that on there, just making sure it can reach. And there you have a little walkway to get to there. You could make it skinnier, you could make it only one wide, depending on however you want it. You could do multiple ships if you did this on a larger lot. And if you want your sims to go down into the under part of the boat, I don't know what it's called, I am not a boat expert, just add either a set of stairs going down or a set of ladders. I think ladders are a little bit better in my opinion, just because stairs are going to open up a big section. I did try putting stairs going down here and they didn't work because of this being there. And you could technically place this underneath and raise it up, but then this part wouldn't be functional. So there's different ways you could do things. But for me, what you want to do is grab a set of ladders, place them where you want them and press Control. And now that goes down, into the inside of the boat, and you can just paint the inside of the boat as well. And you can also add some cannons. I'm forgetting cannons are in this, so let's have a look for the cannon. Again, they are from Get Famous. Oh, I finally found them. I was spelling cannon wrong. I only did one N, but these fit perfectly through the balustrades like this. And yeah, I've got some ladders there, so I'm not going to put them there. But there's also this weird item. You might be like, what is that? But you can actually place that over this door that is here. And it's not functional, but it just gives you this little dip downwards, and it makes this still usable, so you don't need to worry about it. There's also these barrels, which you could use as little extra details, size them down, place them around the place. These are, again, all from Get Famous, and you can even place things on here. You can technically make up here functional by putting a platform on this area, and your sim can come up here. So there is many things you can do. I'm just going to show you that your sim can get up here. I just made a randomized sim. I'm just teleporting her there. But if you get them to act like a pirate, she's going to come up here and totally functional. Like I said, this bit doesn't do anything. They don't even do anything. There is cannons in other packs that do stuff, so you could technically put those there instead. I'm going to show you my sim does come down here as well. You can see she can go down into this area, and you could do whatever you like in this area. You could make it into a whole functional house. I hope that helped you out if you're wanting to make a pirate ship, and I hope I made it as simple as possible. And also don't forget, you can use my code STORM at checkout. It really does help me out. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!